Great reporting by Chad there. Let's bring in our political panel now. We're joined by GOP strategist Jennifer Nassar and Democratic analyst Ari Aramesh. Ari, let's pick up where Chad left off there. Since news of Justice Breyer's retirement leaked Wednesday, Democrats have been duking it out in the media, immediately reminding President Biden that he committed to appointing a black female justice. The White House was asked to weigh in immediately afterwards and recommitted to this. It almost is as if the leaders in your party are not communicating with each other offline.
Whatever happens at the end, the Democrats are going to close rank behind president. This is a historic decision, and it's going to have ramifications for a few decades to come. The Supreme Court justices, as you know, are appointed for life. Right. Democrats have had a bad track record appointing justices. Just to give you an example, since 1967, Democratic presidents have only put 4 justices on the bench, 2 under Clinton, 2 under Obama. Republicans have put 15 justices on the bench. Now, Democrats got lucky that justices like David Souter under President Bush or Justice John Paul Stevens under President Nixon turned out to be more liberal than conservative. But if those appointments really stood the sort of test of history in terms of ideology, we would be looking at a much more conservative court. On top of that, there are issues with, criticizing President Biden over picking or promising that he's going to appoint a black female judge. Well, guess what? In that black female judge pool or a black female candidate or jurist pool, there are plenty of well-qualified or more than qualified candidates. So I have absolutely no doubt that the president is going to make the right pick and is going to have the support of everyone, both in the committee, which breaks 11-11 now, and the Judiciary Committee. A little fun fact, if the vote is a tie, 11 Republicans, 11 Democrats, the candidacy fails. So the Democrats have to get it out of committee through a discharge procedure. So the Democrats are going to close.
Let me get Jennifer in here. With all of this, the president, committing once again to nominating a black female, do you think this, but put the progressives aside for a second, right? Think about the rest of America. Does this strengthen or weaken his hand here?
Well, good afternoon, Jillian, and hi, Ari. So thank you for having me on. This is really important because I think that the president, once again, is race baiting. He did that with his vice president pick with Kamala Harris, and he's doing it now again with the Supreme Court. This is a position where we need the most competent, qualified, intellectual, reasonable person who's sitting in this lifetime position. We do not need a political zealot. And so far, with
Jennifer, let me just ask you, do you not see any female black candidates that you believe are qualified?
Well, I think that some of the names of the people that he has put forth are folks that have been public defenders. So they're coming in with an initial bias to their political views. And this is the one branch of government that isn't political. We all have our own political beliefs. But when it comes to the judiciary, you need to be the most unbiased person. And if we look at who he's replacing with Justice Breyer, who is a centrist, he's a pragmatic decision maker, and he has always been an ardent defender of the court's reputation. And I think that when the president is looking at who to replace him with, it needs to be someone who follows in his shoes.
Ari, what do you say?
First of all, being a public defender is a most noble profession. Some people sacrifice so much to be public defenders.
Yes, but the question is not whether it's a noble profession, to be fair. The question is, does that person make a good Supreme Court justice? Do you think it does?
People like Judge Jackson of the D.C. Circuit, people like Judge Childs in South Carolina, they are more than qualified. And they are more qualified than Clarence Thomas ever was or Justice Comey Barrett ever was. And so, no, I think that is just a red herring. No, President Biden is not race baiting. President Biden is actually appealing to America's better spirits to create a balanced court. We have won the popular vote since 1992, except one election, 2008, that was President Bush. But how come this court is 6-3 ultra conservative against 3 liberals? There is something wrong here. And again, it's time to have a female black judge on the bench. We have a Latino, we have Jewish justices, we have Catholic and Protestant. It's time to balance it out and reflect America. And America is a diverse country.
Guys, we got to leave it there, but thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Griff?
Jillian, New England is coping with historic levels of snowfall today. We'll take you live to Massachusetts next.